things got real out of control. Went a little heavy-handed with the blush. Hey guys, welcome back. So got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and same kind of favorites, like neutrals, loving a bright cheek. That's kind of a lot of times a favorite of mine. I like this glossy lip. Maybe that's a little bit different. Yeah, I'd say just, you know, in that sort of favorites family is what we've got to chat about today. Got some newer things. Well, a newer thing. Yeah, and then a new-ish thing, and then some revisited favorites. We've got some good things to talk about. If you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore, get ready with me's reviews, empties, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we were chatting about Friday favorites, so let's get to them. So Ipsy sent me this palette and I am loving it. It's beautiful. The Wander Beauty Trailblazer palette. Now I have been pairing this with, let's talk about this real quick. I have been pairing this with the LA Colors bronzer in Beachy, so I start with this kind of all over my lid and into my crease just because there is not a perfect like kind of transition shade in here for me personally, so I just pair it with my bronzer to kind of like, you know, blend out a little bit. So quick little swatch of this. I love this on the cheeks and on the eyes. It's, how would I describe this? It's just a good bronzer. It's good. It almost has like a reddish, I was gonna say pinky, but more kind of reddish undertone to it. So I love that, like for a bronzer, and I also love that on the eyes. So I've been starting with that, and then I've been using the Wander Beauty Trailblazer palette, and I've kind of used it in different ways. Really haven't played with these very much, but I would say my favorite, the two that I've been wearing the most, this one right here. Just a tiny bit of this in my outer corner. I've, again, just kind of been liking the lighter sort of eye looks, like not super intense. I mean, this is still rather involved, but like not this kind of color. This would be like a lot more intense on me. This would be a lot more like smoky, you know, that kind of thing. Or this one too. So just a tiny bit of this in my outer corner, and then this one. This is what I have on my lid. This is beautiful full on like this, but then I've been really liking it just kind of, I still apply it with my setting spray, but I kind of just put a little bit on one eye and then a little bit on the other, and then just sort of like blend it and diffuse it. I love that diffused, sparkly shadow look. It's so pretty. This one, gorgeous too. I've worn that one and I love it. That is beautiful. And then this one, gorgeous also. Love this one. I don't remember if I've really, have I reached for this one? That's definitely a shade that I like. I mean, I like those kind of shades, but I don't think I really reached for that one, but it's so pretty. Let's do some swatches. Why am I suddenly doing swatches like this? Like side by side, like I'm gonna swatch the whole palette. I don't know. I don't know, but that's what I'm doing. So here we go. Ooh, they're so pretty. Oh my goodness. That one, so good. So this is, I would say, is that the one? I think that was the one that I said is the main one I've been wearing, but just kind of, I have it a little bit more diffused on my lids, and I think it's beautiful. This one is amazing. This one is amazing, but the mattes are really pretty too. And you can see how the bronzer just totally like, you know, goes with it. So beautiful. Those just kind of warm and pinky, blushy sort of shades. Those are really kind of just go-tos for me all the time. I love those kind of colors on my eyes. What else? I feel like the Wander Beauty eyeshadow formula, particularly the metallic shades, are really an interesting formula. They're like, how would I describe them? I don't know, like thicker or something. So they really get like intense and very metallic looking. So pretty. So I have pretty much, I think, every time been using them with a setting spray. So FYI, that's kind of how I've been applying them. And then the mattes, I would say they're like a silky sort of formula, but pigmented and really pretty. So I have this on my eyes, I have this on my eyes, and then I also have one of the blush favorites on my eyes too, just to add a little bit of pinkiness. Okay, blush, I feel like kind of every time I did my blush, it was getting out of control, but I still kind of liked it. Like today I tried to go more light-handed with it, but I still feel like it got pretty intense, but I still love it. There was one day that things got real out of control. Like I thought I did my makeup in the bathroom and I thought it looked like, you know, blushy, but not super intense. And then I walked in another room and I was like, ooh, went a little heavy-handed with the blush, but that's okay. So I tried to kind of tame it down. So anyway, I guess just been kind of like going for a more intense blush, which I feel like I've been doing that for a while. Okay, the Moira Love Heat Cream Blush in I Fancy You. So I've been starting with this. So cute. I don't know, I keep the box because it's just so cute. I don't know, I haven't thrown it away yet. So this is, what did I just say? I Fancy You. And it is a beautiful pink. And you can see these are like that, they're like a thicker kind of a cream blush formula, but I like that because I don't know, it's not super, it has more kind of tackiness to it versus like really, I don't know, almost oily or serum-y feeling, you know what I mean? So they kind of like stick to the cheeks a little bit more rather than moving the things underneath is what I find with them. I still use a small stipple brush with them, so I don't swipe them on my face. I tap them on, but I find that they blend really nicely and kind of almost set down to be like a satin matte sort of a finish. So beautiful. I think they have different finishes actually now that I say that. But this one in particular, I would say is mostly a satin. Like that looks mostly satin to me. But just so good. I mean, you can see, like it just really, it blends well. Beautiful. And you can see this is a nice bright pink. So loving that. So I've been starting with that. And then one of the L'Oreal Infallible. I mean, you talk about an intense blush. This is an intense blush. The L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Blush in Confident Pink. So the day that things got out of control, I didn't feel like I had very much of this, but I tapped it on my cheeks and I mean, it's just super intensely pigmented. So I find that it works better, and this is what I did today, is tap it and then tap it on the back of my hand or like on my pajama pants or something, or a paper towel or whatever, just to kind of like, you know, tame it down, get less product, and kind of get it distributed on your brush evenly, and then tap it. And then together, I think they're so pretty. And I mean, you talk about long wearing. I find these to be really long wearing. I mean, it says 24 hour, up to 24 hour. I don't know. I don't think I've ever worn a blush for 24 hours, but I find these long wearing, especially paired with this. It's like this cream sort of formula really seems to adhere to the cheeks really well. And this just really kind of locks it in. So I find these to be very long wearing. This long wearing for being a cream blush, but then this long wearing in general, even by itself, but then pairing them together, you have a long wearing cheek combo. Did I swatch this? No, I haven't. I've just been chatting about it and not swatching. Chatting and not swatching. So this says Confident Pink. Did I say that? This is Confident Pink. And this is definitely, you can compare it with the Moira blush. This is definitely more on the like raspberry red side of pink for sure. So if you are looking for a pink that's more reddish, this one definitely has that. I think that's beautiful for any time of year. I think it's also pretty for wintertime. So when we get back into that, like I know we're pretty much in spring. So when we get back to winter, this is pretty in the wintertime too. But you can see them. They're really pretty and they're just kind of different forms of pinks, but I like them together. I think they just create this really pretty look. And I put a little bit of this on my eyes, just right in my crease with a very tiny brush. What I use? A Morphe M507. Just get the tiniest little bit and just put it right here. It just adds a little bit of a pinkiness to kind of like bring in the cheeks. I like to do that sometimes. So that's what I did, and this works really well on the eyes. You don't need very much because it's intensely pigmented. But yeah, I like that. Just a little hint of pink on the eye look too. It seems to work well. I really like this glossy lip. This is the NYX. This is Milky Gloss in Mixed Berry Shake. Now the original ones in these, I don't like how they smell. To me, they smell like soap or something. But the ones like this that have different scents to them, the ones that I have, I don't remember how, maybe I only have like 2. I can't remember. But the ones that I have, I like the scents on them. So this one is Mixed Berry Shake. Adorable packaging on it. This is what it looks like. I do have a little bit of Maybelline, where is it? Dusty Rose, duh. Dusty Rose, always Dusty Rose. Have a little bit of Dusty Rose just for shape around the outsides of my lips, but then you're mainly seeing this gloss. This is so pretty. But this one, back to that, back to the scent, smells amazing. Oh, this smells like something, some kind of candy or gum. Is it Fruit Stripes gum? Maybe. I can't remember. This smells like something. It might be that. I would have to smell it again to compare, but it smells really good. It smells very kind of berry, fresh sort of smell. And there's the color. Just a beautiful kind of raspberry shade. A lot of gloss to it. I would say it's a slightly tacky formula, but you know, has a little bit more wear time with it because of that. Just so pretty. So yeah, just a tiny bit of this for shape around the outsides of my lips, and then this kind of lightly applied, not like full on. If you apply it more full on, it's gonna look more like that. It's pretty. I really like it. I like the formula. I like the scent of this one, and I really like this raspberry color. Okay, so those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you have been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video.